Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is how I look. This is the final look from the previous video, the chit chat get ready with me. This is how it all ended. I just went and put like my black t-shirt. Guys, you know all my videos, you know, if you're an OG here, you know, if you've been here riding with me my day ones, you know I always have a necklace on. That my necklace, my son pulled it off. Hey, Jesus Christ, that boy. Now I don't have, my neck is plain. And that's the only authentic necklace that I had. Now all these other ones that washes off, I have them, but the fake ones, but you know. So I feel like I'm so plain like this, but we move, yeah. So this is me from the this very same day, just a few minutes after I filmed the chit chat get ready with me, trying to film another video. I'm going out by 11, so I just want to quickly do this video. So to all my returning subscribers, what do you do, gang? Thanks for returning. To those that are yet to subscribe, thank you for the love. And yeah, for those of you that have been riding with me from day one, may God bless you all. For me, we are growing, we are doing this, we're here to stay. And yeah guys, thank you. So yeah, and now I'm about to talk about raising a Nigerian child. I don't really like to use this word Nigerian child. I feel like my child is my child. It's not a Nigerian child, but for the sake of filming this video, that's how it's gonna be. As a South African mother, I like this whole thing of I hate this whole thing of division, me having to like separate myself from who my child is and who I am. My child is my child. My child is no Nigerian, is no South African. My child is just my child. But yeah, like I said, for the sake of this video, we'll put it that way. So why I'm making this video is because my son, the father of my son, happens to be from the west part of Africa, while I'm from the south part of Africa. So that's why I'm making this video. Other than that, I hate this whole thing of Nigerian child, this. Even though whenever my child makes mistake, I'll be like, you this Nigerian. That's why I always say to him, sometimes, you know, I will say words that people will be like, why are you saying that? And I'll be like, I'm just playing with my child. My child is my child. I love that boy. Let me put it out there. So yeah guys, let's just jump right into the video because I've already rambled and talked a lot. I wrote these questions myself because, like I said, we're still growing, so we don't have the audience yet to bring on questions, but by the grace and mercy of God, we'll get there. Yeah. So question number 1: since you are a single mom, how did you handle raising your son that is Nigerian? Did you follow the tradition or culture? Who was there for the Amugo? So the Amugo is this whole thing of Igbo people. I don't know that they all do that in Nigeria, where when you give birth, your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, whoever has to be there to help you take care of your child for like a certain maybe like 6 months, whatever, depending. So for me, as y'all know, I'm no longer with the father of my child. That was my husband, my ex-husband, whatever you want to call him. I'm not with him. He's not in my life. I'm alone raising my son. So how did I handle, or how am I handling raising my son? I'm handling it with God. It's doable with God. It's not easy, I agree. It's hard sometimes, and it gets better. And with God, all things are possible. That's how I'm just like, you know, God is my strength. He strengthens me every day. It has never gotten to a point where I'm just like, I'm tired and everything of my son. Life on its own, whether my son was here or not, life sometimes, you know, happens. That it just happens in life that you wake up and you be like, God, I'm tired, you know. So I'm never tired of my son, and how I'm managing to raise him is just God provides. God makes a way every day. You know, I just take every day as it comes, and just I've accepted the situation as it is. I've made peace with how things are, and I'm coping so well. As you can see me, I'm coping very well. And nobody was there from the beginning. Nobody has ever contributed anything in raising my son. I do it all by myself. And if there's anybody that might have contributed, maybe my friends that just care for my son, but from his father's side, nobody, no mother-in-law, no sister-in-law, no father, nobody. So I'm doing it alone. Nobody came to help me, since they are also all in Nigeria. Not because they didn't really care. At first they did care, but the minute we separated with the father, I don't know, they stopped caring or whatever. I don't even care to know. But the answer is I'm doing it all by myself. Question number 2, who named your son and what's the meaning of his name? I named my son. I gave him the name Chisom. Chisom, actually, I don't even know, why am I laughing? Now, so it takes that the other year, now, so it takes that too. So this is how somebody who just run made us just start laughing without knowing what I'm laughing at. So who named my son? I named my son. And what's the meaning of his name? Chisom, God is with me, or whatever. Yeah, God is with me. And I actually had this name from his father's mouth. Maybe he doesn't know, I don't know. But I actually had him, I don't know what he was saying or whatever, but I had him mentioning this name. It just sounded well in my ears, and I had to go Google and find the meaning. Funny, right? But I was pregnant at that time. The name came out of his father's mouth. He might not remember wherever he is or whatever, but I remember him saying Chisom maybe is my boyfriend. That's why I want to name my son Chisom. I don't know. I've never met anyone called Chisom before. I've heard the name, and like since I heard it from him, I started seeing it like maybe on Facebook or maybe hearing it on Instagram, and that's when I started hearing, when you haven't like paid attention to something, then now you pay attention to it and you realize that this is actually something that is being said almost every day. So that's also what happened with my son's name. I heard it from the father's mouth, then it sounded okay to it just sounded good to me, and I picked it immediately, and it just started being in my mind. And the next thing, I just wanted my son to be Chisom. And I remember I told him, and I said, if I have a daughter, my daughter's name will be Chizaram. So, Chisom. I named him. Will you take your child to Nigeria? It depends. Like, as now that I'm sitting here talking, no, I cannot at this point, unless if things are resolved, not me getting back with his father, but if they decide to do things right, if his father decides to be a father to my child, then he has all the right to have my son. He is his son. My son is my son. I wouldn't have had Chisom if he was not there. So we made Chisom together. We actually planned our son. We wanted him together. So yeah, it just happens that he's not here. He doesn't want to be part of his son's life. I don't know, for his own reasons. But the truth is, Chisom was planned by me and him. Chisom was never a mistake. And will I take Chisom to Nigeria if they decide to show love and care to Chisom? They are his blood, they are his family. I'll never change that in any way. But for now that I'm still feeding Chisom is under my care 24/7. Everything I provide. If I don't have, Chisom doesn't have, then I don't know. I will say no. But if they decide they want to take care of Chisom, they want to care for him, we do things the right way, Chisom can go to Nigeria. I'll never stop that. Question number 4 is, will you teach him culture or tradition of his father? I'm not an Igbo woman. I'm a South African woman. I don't know much about Igbos, and I don't think I can teach him anything. There's no way I can teach my child something that I don't know. So there's no way I'll say yes to that. I'll teach him traditions of his father. That is his father's responsibility to teach him. If he wanted him to learn, if he ever wants Chisom to learn about Igbo cultures and traditions, he will be the one to do that. And if not, Chisom will never know it. So do I have interest? I would have loved my son to know his background, know where he comes from, know everything about his background, his culture, his traditions, his family, whatever. But if God says no, as it is now, I don't think it will happen. But if it ever happens, I welcome it, and I believe that Chisom will also love it. But for now, everything he will learn is what I teach him. Even though sometimes I'll be Chisom Bia. That's how sometimes I call him. Chisom, come. That's how sometimes I'll be calling him in Igbo. There are little Igbo words that I know, and because he's an Igbo boy and I know it in my heart and soul that he's an Igbo boy, sometimes I'll call him Chisom Bia. And not because I'm trying to teach him that, but he's Igbo, and sometimes it just automatically comes out of my mouth. Will I want him to learn? Obviously, I would like him to learn and know about Igbo people. Last question is, what are the difficulties of keeping up with culture and traditions? I'm not keeping up with any culture. I'm not keeping up with any tradition. My my lobola or bride price that happened, the whole thing did not last long. So there was no chance for me to learn about my husband or whatever, or the Igbo people and how they do things. There was no chance. So if there was a chance, obviously I would have. There's no way you get married to, like, for example, you get married to a South African and who didn't have like the interest of knowing how South Africans do things. So I'm not having any difficulties keeping up to anything because I'm just me. I'm living my life. I'm a single mom. I'm focusing on being a mom to my son. I'm not trying to learn anything. If it happens that I get married tomorrow to a Yoruba, to a Igbo, to a Hausa, to South African, to Delta Igbo, to whatever that will come my way, I will have the interest, and I don't think there'll be any difficulties because it all comes from the heart. If you are willing to learn, then everything becomes smooth and easy. So yeah, that's it about this question. That's it about this video about me raising a Nigerian child. This is South African mom, the cultures and the tradition.